I want to start with a number: 6 hours. That's how long one traveler sat in a windowless room at a US airport this year. Not for a weapon, not for anything illegal in their home state, but for a health item that's probably in your bag right now. It's on this list. It's number 9. And by the time we get there, you'll understand why almost nobody sees it coming. These are 10 everyday health items TSA is quietly pulling in 2026, each one legal somewhere and seized somewhere else. We're going in order of how much trouble they can cost you. Let's start where it's still just annoying. Here's the part nobody explains. The problem was never the gummies. It's that a screener can't test them. There's no device at the checkpoint that reads THC content, so when there's doubt, the doubt wins, and the gummies go in the bin. Keep them sealed. Keep the lab label facing out, and you skip the whole thing. That one's easy. The next one isn't even something you'd think to hide. Protein, greens, powdered vitamins. You assume powder is just powder. TSA doesn't. Anything over 12 ounces gets pulled for separate screening, and if the powder can't be cleared, it doesn't get handed back. It gets kept. Over 12 ounces, in a container they can't read, pulled. Every time. Small thing, but hold that idea of can't be read, because it comes back to haunt someone at number 9. This is the only item on the list you lose by staying quiet. Medically necessary liquids are exempt from the 3.4-ounce rule. You're allowed more. But the exemption only exists if you claim it out loud at the checkpoint. Say nothing, and that bottle isn't exempt anymore. It's a violation. You didn't break a rule. You just skipped a ritual nobody told you existed, and it cost you the bottle. You did everything right. You bought them legally, in a state where they're legal, with a card that makes them legal. None of that survives the terminal doors. Every airport in the country sits on federal ground, and federal law doesn't recognize your states. A screener who finds edibles isn't allowed to shrug. They're required to refer it. You walked in a legal customer. The system walked you back out as a referral. Watch where this one turns, because it's not about takeoff. Kratom is legal federally, so it clears the checkpoint fine, and that's the trap. It's banned outright in a handful of states, and the moment your wheels touch down in one of them, possession is on you. There was a traveler who flew out with it perfectly legally and got stopped at baggage claim on the arrival end. Same bottle, different state line. That's the whole crime. Now, the signature trap. You packed a habit. What you actually packed was a fire hazard. The cargo hold won't tolerate lithium batteries, can't ride in checked bags. So a vape down there gets the bag denied. And if you light it mid-flight to take the edge off, that's not a stern look from the crew. That's a federal fine. You thought you were carrying a convenience. You were carrying a citation, waiting for the seatbelt sign. Here's a handoff most people never see. On the way out, TSA waves your CBD oil through under the THC limit. No problem. On the way back from an international trip, a different agency is standing there. Customs and Border Protection, different rule book, and they can seize the exact bottle TSA cleared days earlier. One agency lets it in, the next one takes it. And the gap between them is where your oil disappears. You'd think a prescription is a shield. It mostly is. Insulin, EpiPens, hormone pens all fly. But the shield has a crack, a bare needle, separated from the labeled medication it belongs to, stops looking like treatment and starts looking like a question. Sharps have to travel with their labeled meds. A loose one buried in your bag is how a routine screening becomes a conversation you didn't budget time for. This is it. The 6 hours. The locked room. Here's what happened. Someone did the smart, tidy thing and loaded a week of medication into a Monday through Sunday case and created a bag of pills no one on earth could identify. TSA doesn't require labels, but a screener who can't identify a pill is allowed to escalate, and flying internationally, some countries will treat unlabeled medication as contraband on sight. Remember Chapter 2, Can't Be Read? This is that idea with handcuffs attached. It's the most common item on this entire list, and it's almost certainly in your bag right now. The fix costs nothing. Leave them in the original bottle. Which brings us to the one item that doesn't just cost you the flight, it can cost you your freedom. This is the trip ender. The bottle in your cabinet, prescribed, ordinary, legal here, can be a criminal offense the second you land somewhere else. Common ADHD stimulants are banned in Japan. Certain codeine painkillers will get you detained across parts of the Gulf. Not confiscated. Detained. You board as a patient, carrying your own prescription. You step off the jet bridge as a smuggler, carrying the same bottle you filled at the pharmacy down the street, and no receipt saves you.
Checked bags get lost. They get delayed. Sometimes they don't even make it onto your flight. Now imagine your blood pressure pills, or insulin, sitting in that missing suitcase. Disaster. Always keep medication in your carry-on. It stays with you. It's accessible mid-flight. And it can't vanish into some airport black hole. Rule number 1, if you need it, it never leaves your side. In the US, TSA doesn't care. You can use a weekly pill organizer. But here's the catch. Mystery pills can slow you down. Original pharmacy bottles, they're faster, easier, and leave no questions. Flying internationally, no debate. Organizers are a red flag. Customs want labels, your name, and doctor info. So, inside the US, organizers are fine. Abroad, bottles only. Period. Forget the 3.4-ounce rule. In 2025, medical liquids are exempt. Cough syrup, insulin, prescription creams, gel packs, all allowed. The secret? Separate and declare. Pull them out in a clear bag. Tell TSA. These are medical liquids. They'll screen them separately, or even do a visual check if you ask. Hide them? You'll trigger a bag search. Declare them? You fly through with zero stress. Yes, you can bring syringes, but they must travel with the medication therefore. Insulin vials, EpiPens, inhalers, all are allowed. Keep them in a hard case for safety. Wearing a pump or CGM? Just tell the TSA officer. You don't have to remove it. And here's a hidden gem. The TSA Cares program. Call 72 hours before your flight, and they'll assign help to guide you through security. Loose pills in a Ziploc? Technically allowed, but risky. If they look suspicious, TSA might pull you aside. Best move? Keep pills in original bottles. Pharmacy label equals instant proof they're legit. For supplements or vitamins, a labeled pill organizer is fine. And remember, security is faster when your meds look organized, not sketchy. The 3.4-ounce rule? It does not apply to medicine. Prescription creams, syrups, gels, even ice packs for insulin, all exempt. But you can't just toss them in your bag. Put medical liquids in a clear pouch, separate from toiletries. Step up to security, declare them, and you're good. Hide them, and you'll trigger a bag search every time. Left your pills at home? Don't panic. Most countries let pharmacies issue an emergency refill, but only if you have proof. A photo of your prescription, a doctor's note, or even the pill bottle label can work. No proof? You're stuck with over-the-counter substitutes. So always snap a picture of your prescriptions before you fly. It could save your trip and your health. Long flight? Tempted to pop a sleep pill with that glass of wine? Bad idea. Alcohol can amplify side effects, making you groggy, dizzy, or even dangerously drowsy. Some medications also clash with melatonin or herbal remedies. The result? Confusion, nausea, or worse. Always check before mixing, because the wrong combo mid-air isn't just uncomfortable, it's risky. Crossing time zones throws off more than just your sleep. It can mess with your medication schedule too. Many travelers skip doses, thinking they'll catch up later. That's a mistake. Missing critical meds, like for blood pressure or diabetes, can cause serious problems mid-flight. The fix? Talk to your doctor before you travel and adjust your schedule safely, because airports are stressful enough without a health scare added in. That free drink on the plane might feel tempting, but mix it with certain meds, and you're asking for trouble. Alcohol can amplify side effects like drowsiness, dizziness, or even nausea. On a flight, that's the last thing you want. Some meds and alcohol can even strain your liver or heart, so before you toast with that tiny wine bottle, double check. Sometimes the smartest choice is just sticking with water at 35,000 feet. Think you can just grab your meds at the airport? Bad idea. Airport pharmacies are limited, overpriced, and often don't stock what you actually need. Even simple prescriptions may be unavailable. And if you're abroad, the brand names may be completely different. That quick stop could leave you boarding without your medication. Always pack what you need from home, in the original bottle, so there are no surprises at the gate. Traveling with medication doesn't have to be stressful, but forgetting the rules, or leaving things to chance, can turn your trip into a nightmare. Keep your pills in original bottles. Pack them in your carry-on, never your checked bag. And always carry a doctor's note if you need larger quantities. Do this and you'll breeze through airports without worry, because the last thing you want is your medicine turning into a security problem. Ladies, listen up. Those fancy new cordless straighteners that run on butane cartridges? TSA hates them. The butane is a pressurized gas. If you put this in a checked bag, it is treated as a hazardous explosive. You can bring one in your carry-on, but it must have a safety cover over the heating element. If you pack a spare butane refill, confiscate it immediately, no exceptions. Seniors love these for cold flights, but they are a trap. The vest itself is just fabric, but the battery pack inside is pure lithium. I see people fold the vest and check it, forgetting the battery is still zipped in the pocket. You can check the vest, but you must unplug and remove the battery and carry it with you in the cabin. Do not leave it connected. So, if you bought a suitcase with a built-in charger or GPS tracker, you really need to be careful. If that battery doesn't pop out, then, well, that bag is not flying. Airlines are stricter than ever about non-removable batteries in 2026. You must be able to eject the battery with just one finger. And if you're forced to gate check your carry-on, you have to rip that battery out before handing it over. If it's stuck, the bag stays behind. These are super popular for anyone with arthritis or poor circulation. But, unlike the old shake-to-activate packets, the electric ones are actually high-density batteries. You need to treat these exactly like a cell phone. They live in your carry-on. Never, ever check them. Now, let's talk about medical gear. Your CPAP machine is expensive, so you carry it on. But what about the spare battery for the flight? Spare medical batteries often exceed the normal size limits. You are allowed to bring them, but they must be in your carry-on and protected from short-circuiting. Use electrical tape over the terminals or keep them in their original box. Never check a loose medical battery. If you use old-school zinc air batteries with the sticker tabs, you can pack those anywhere. But the new rechargeable hearing aid cases? Those have lithium batteries inside the charging case itself. The hearing aids are in your ears, but the charger case must go in your carry-on, not your checked luggage. This is critical. You cannot check a battery-powered POC. The pressure changes in the cargo hold can affect the device, and the batteries are a fire risk. Bring it on board, and ensure you have enough battery life for 150% of the flight duration. Airlines require that buffer in case of delays. This is the most complex rule in travel. If you have a collapsible electric scooter or wheelchair, you cannot just fold it and hand it to the baggage handler. You usually need to disconnect the battery and bring the battery into the cabin with you. The frame goes under. The power source stays with you. Check with your airline 48 hours in advance. Just like the CPAP, the tabletop plug-in nebulizers are fine in checked bags. But the portable handheld ones with built-in batteries, carry on only. If it has a battery you can't see, assume it's dangerous. This one isn't about fire, it's about panic. If your toothbrush turns on inside your checked bag, the vibration sets off alarms. Baggage handlers think it's an improvised explosive device. They will open your bag and tear it apart to find the noise. Tape the power button down or use a hard travel case. Don't let it buzz. Same logic here. A buzzing bag is a suspicious bag. Engage the travel lock if your razor has one. If not, put it in your carry-on so you can prove what it is if it starts making noise. You might think, I'll just read my Kindle at the hotel, so you check it. Don't. Tablets have large, flat batteries that are easily punctured if a heavy suitcase lands on top of them. A punctured battery means a fire. All screens stay in the cabin. It keeps them safe from theft and crushing. There is a huge rumor that Lufthansa and other airlines banned AirTags. They are allowed. The battery inside an AirTag contains only 0.3 grams of lithium. That is well below the danger threshold. You can keep them in your checked luggage to track your bags. They are safe. Finally, the laptop. Sometimes you have to check it because your carry-on is full. If you check it while it's in sleep mode, it can wake up, overheat, and ignite the clothes around it. If you absolutely must check a laptop, power it down completely. Not sleep. Not hibernate. Off.
Once considered stylish and organized, those little leather passport covers are now more of a hassle than a help. TSA officers require you to remove your passport every single time you go through security. That means unzipping, unfolding, fumbling, and slowing down the line every time. What to do instead? Keep your passport easily accessible in a jacket or bag pocket just for the security line. Once you're through, move it to a secure zipped inner pocket or travel pouch. And always snap a photo of your passport's info page. Store it securely on your phone in case of loss or theft abroad. Your big everyday wallet doesn't belong on international trips. It's bulky, full of unused cards, and a goldmine for digital pickpockets. Modern thieves can skim credit cards right through your purse or pocket. What to pack instead? A minimalist RFID blocking travel wallet with only the essentials: one credit card, your ID, and a backup. The smaller your wallet, the safer and easier it is to manage on the move. If you've been using the same power bank since 2018, it's time to retire it. Older models can overheat and even pose fire risks mid-flight. That's why airlines ban them from checked luggage. Upgrade tip: modern chargers now include built-in safety sensors that regulate temperature. Brands like Anchor and Belkin have models with automatic shut-off features, small, powerful, and safe to carry on board. So, those soft duffel bags that hang from your shoulder might look adventurous. Yeah, they really do. But after like 3 terminals and 2 layovers, they'll totally destroy your back. Even those so-called crossbody duffels are just awkward to carry, especially when you're rushing through airports. Here's a smart swap. Use a rolling duffel or a compact spinner backpack. They just glide effortlessly through terminals, fit overhead, and honestly, they'll save your shoulders from some serious strain. If your suitcase still has just 2 wheels, you'll notice the difference instantly. Dragging it behind you through those long airport corridors is, well, pretty inefficient and exhausting. So, upgrade to a 4-wheeled spinner suitcase. You can push it upright, navigate narrow aisles, and just glide into restrooms or cafes without wrestling your luggage through tight spaces. It's honestly one of those upgrades you'll never regret. Big, bulky toiletry kits are a nightmare for modern travelers. They take up like half your suitcase and make you pack way more than you actually need. The smarter move? Use modular pouches or stackable travel kits. Just separate your liquids, skincare, and grooming tools into smaller sections that fit right inside your carry-on. It's lighter, more flexible, and, hey, TSA loves it. Alright folks, packing shoes for, every situation is one of the oldest travel mistakes in the book. Heavy sneakers and boots, well, they waste valuable luggage space and add weight that airlines just love to charge for. So, try this instead. Wear your bulkiest pair on the plane and pack 1 lightweight pair for walking. And hey, if you need sneakers, get waterproof travel shoes with removable insoles. They're compact, comfortable, and can handle almost any destination. They might look cozy, but ponchos are a nightmare inside airplane cabins. They snag on armrests, fall into neighboring seats, and make bathroom breaks way too complicated. A better choice? A fitted sweater or travel wrap that keeps you warm without getting tangled. Cashmere or merino wool is ideal. Soft, breathable, and never bulky. So, the old inflatable neck pillows are officially retired. They deflate mid-flight, lose shape, and make sleeping upright nearly impossible. Here's the modern fix. Use a structured travel pillow with built-in chin or side support. The best ones fold flat or clip to your carry-on handle, saving space while keeping your head supported the entire flight. So, those bulky converter blocks you plug into adapters? Yeah, they're pretty outdated. They're heavy, inefficient, and honestly unnecessary for most modern electronics these days. Instead, what you should do is buy dual voltage devices like curling irons, shavers, and laptop chargers. Then, just pack one simple plug adapter that matches your destination. It's lighter, safer, and, way less frustrating. Traditional wired or over-ear headphones take up too much space and, honestly, tangle way too easily. They also make it harder to move freely during long-haul flights, which is just not ideal. Better upgrade. Use wireless earbuds with noise cancellation and a short safety tether. They save space, reduce clutter, and still block out crying babies and engine noise. They might feel safe, but hidden money belts are awkward, slow, and honestly pretty obvious to pickpockets. The moment you dig under your clothes for cash, you're signaling exactly where your valuables are. Travel smarter. Use a slash-resistant crossbody bag with a small tracker inside, like a tile or AirTag. Keep one card in your wallet, one in your hotel safe, and one in your bag. You'll stay safer and move faster. If you've ever said, "I might need this," you probably don't. Extra chargers, backup sweaters, 3 pairs of headphones, these just-in-case items fill your suitcase and, honestly, empty your patience. Every pound matters. Pack for the trip you're actually taking, not the one you're imagining.